Hello, welcome to episode 21 of FrannyDoMakes. My name is Fran. I'm coming to you today from just a cold, it's fairly clear, cold Leeds in the north of England in West Yorkshire. If you want to find me elsewhere, I'll pop a card up here. So you can find me online generally as @FrannyDoMakes. That's either on Instagram or Ravelry. I have a Facebook, which is FrannyDo page, and also any links to any of the patterns that I talk about today, the designers, the yarns and everything like that is all on the show notes, which are found on the website, which is www.frannydo.co.uk, and all those links can be found below in the description box. This is my little corner where I talk about all the things I've been knitting, generally knitting, crafting over the last couple of weeks. And I have today 2 finished objects and 3 works in progress. I have no yarny acquisitions. I've been really good. And that's it really. Hopefully not too long. That's all I've got to talk about. So, join me, get a little cup of tea or a cup of coffee or a cup of whatever you fancy, and let's have a chat. So I've got my Advent tea today, which is fruit salad from Bird and Blend. It's a fruit tea, which is very nice. It's also nice cold brewed, but I've got it warm with a little bit of honey in. So I'm constantly congested. So anyway, we will start today with what's on the wall. So today on the wall is the Twists and Turns by Stephen West. This was the mystery knit-along shawl for 2022. The yarns I used were Cascade Heritage in navy for the dark blue, Fibre Spates Vivacious 4-ply in Shoreline for the lighter blue, and Coop Knits Soxier in Argon for the bright orange pop. Thought someone was coming in. So yes, I have 2 finished objects today. So one, which is just fresh off the blocking mat. I'm not sure if it's still maybe a little bit damp. I might have to hang it up maybe. But first up is my Sophie Shawl. So this is the Sophie Shawl by Petite Knit. It is just a guide to stitch, simple up and down shawl. I don't remember what weight the pattern was in. I don't know if it was almost worsted or double knit or something, but anyway, I used some 4-ply BFL held with some Cyr alpaca. So the colours I used were silver neon heart from What Mustard Made for the speckles, and the Cyr alpaca was Twilight by Truly Hooked, sort of a lilac-y colour. So I don't know, I didn't pick a specific size or anything. I just weighed the yarn. So I weighed the Cyr alpaca because I knew that had less yardage than the other one. Hang on, I've got that. Oh, here. Oh, I don't even remember what. I think I used a 4.5mm needle. Yes, a 4.5. And I weighed how much Cyr alpaca I had, and I had 53.06 grams. So I knit until I was halfway through that yarn, and then I started doing the decreases. So, I mean, it's fairly sizable. You can easily wrap it round, tie it, or you could wear it over the back like that. I just wear it like a scarf. I would tend to wrap it like sort of like a cowl, maybe a little tie there. But yeah, it looks really nice. I'm really pleased with it. So the total yardage I used was all of the Cyr alpaca, which was 50 grams. So that's 300 metres. Well, it was just over because it was actually 53 grams was the scheme. And then 312 metres of the, well, it must be 312 of both because I held them together all the way through. So yeah, I would make this again, definitely. I think it's a great use for using up some wool. Sorry. It's a really quick knit, it's just easy, you just got to keep the 6-row repeat, you just got to keep a note of where you are. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So this will be a gift. It has really softened up actually, has the BFL. It's really nice and soft. I think I could probably wear it myself, but it might be a bit itchy for my sister. So probably I'm going to give it to my husband to give to his mum for Christmas. And I'll probably make myself one. Because I have plenty of yarn. Oh, I could use, couldn't I? You know, I've got that. I've got this in this and the Cyr alpaca. I could make my own version. And that'd be using up some stash, wouldn't it? That's an idea right there. So yeah, definitely get on that bandwagon and get one made. It's so pretty, so easy, a really lovely use of a special skein of yarn. Right, so that's that one. Didn't take me long at all to do, and I wasn't monogamous on it or anything, but I only started it. It's probably taken me just 2 weeks to make, just in the evenings and not every day. Fabulous. So my second finished object is still a bit damp, so it's not finished blocking yet, but that's probably because it's so thick. So this is the Snuggle is Real Cowl by Maxim Cyr. I'll try and hold it still. I'll pop it on. It's a bit damp though. So this was made using some DK Grey by the Woolly Tangle. It was better before it was blocked, to be honest. It's gone a bit floppy now. Anyway, the Woolly Tangle, and the red stroke pink is Sugar and Spice by Truly Hooked. And then the third yarn is the Cyr alpaca. Oh, that's lovely. Which is the colour Fuchsia by Ducky Darlings. So I used, not that one, a 4mm and a 3.5mm needle. 3.5 for the ribbon and the 4 for everything else. I think I was supposed to go down to the 3 for the I-cord, but I didn't. I used all of the Cyr again, so 300 metres of that. I've used 175.5 metres of the grey and 155.3 metres of the red. For the I-cord, I held 1 strand of the DK and 2 strands of the Cyr together. It did say you had to, in the pattern it says to hold 8 strands of the surrey. Well, I didn't have enough left, and I've knit this smaller than they said in the pattern. So the pattern said to knit the whole thing for 13.5 inches. Let me get a... I'll measure it. It's not anywhere near that anyway. I did 9 before blocking. No, this is centimetres. Anyway, I did 9 inches, so a full 4.5 less than was recommended. I think it's plenty big enough. And again, 9 for the lining, and I didn't have enough. I wouldn't have had enough yarn to finish it off if I'd done it any longer. So I did make a few modifications. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It's lovely and squishy, and the colours look really nice, and that motif is lovely. And I do have some, put it in here. I have some of the grey and the red left, and my husband has just lost one of his fingerless gloves, so I don't know whether to make him some to match using that same stitch pattern, and then the ribbon for the top and the bottom. So watch this space, maybe that will happen. So I'm just going to pop it back down. I also did the drawstring much shorter because I ran out of the surrey. Again, that was supposed to be another 30 centimetres long, I think. I also think that's too long, and that's fine. I did really stretch it out though when I was blocking it, just so it was fully blocked. But yeah, I'm pleased with that. I did, what else? Oh, I did modify another thing. For the bottom hem, so you do a provisional cast on, and then in the pattern it has you just fold it over and Kitchener the lining to the folded over brim, whereas on the top you fold it over and tack it and knit it down to make like a tube for the drawstring to go in. And I didn't like the fact that it wouldn't be connected properly at the bottom, so I did the same sort of connecting stitch to connect the bottom hem to there, and then I Kitchenered the surrey to the ribbon. That took me 2 hours to do that, but it's seamless, so that's really good. The surrey had twisted a little bit. Can you see it's kind of... No, you can't really see it that much. Can you see it kind of slopes one way? But who's going to be looking on the inside anyway? That's what I say. So I'm just going to leave that just to dry for a bit longer. But it's nice. I don't think I'd want one for myself. It's a bit heavy, but it'll be good for Mr. B in the coldness of his office. Right, so there's my 2 finished objects. And then I've got one more that's a gift, and the other 2 are my advent projects. So first of all, I'm nearly finished on one sock for my sister. So this is some Christmas yarn from West Yorkshire Spinners. It's their signature 4-ply, and it's the colour Candy Cane, and the red is Cherry Drop, I think, by the same yarn. It's not quite the same red, but there's no police, is there? So it's just a 3x1 rib. I'm knitting that on a 2.5mm needle. I thought I'd cast on 64 stitches, but I'm thinking maybe I didn't. Yeah, I've got some extra on that for some reason. But they should still fit with the ribbing. I don't know what happened. I must have just cast on too many. I'll have to count them up before I go. But there you go, it's just a 3x1 rib all the way up. So just on the top and not on the bottom for the foot, and then all the way around for the top. And I've done a fish lips kiss heel. So I've just got a few more to go on that, and then I can do the ribbing, and then that one is finished. So that's living in my lovely Christmas bag from Paula at Stitched by Mrs. D, which is a lovely sort of patchwork. It's got these lovely appliques on it of Christmas tags. I love this like vintage bead fabric. It's lovely, and the crochet bottom little effect. So that's that one. I've got the fluff on me. So next up is I'm making the 24 days socks with my advent colours. So I've got day 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I've not done today's yet. I'm doing concurrently, so I've got 2. So this is the 24 days socks by Emma Potter of Potter and Bloom, which has a sort of pearl ridge effect on it, and you do 1 stripe for each of your colours in your advent, and then a few extra if you've got, if you want, for however long you want to make it. I really should have probably used a white yarn just to show the colour up a bit better, but c'est la vie, that's what we've gone with. So that's those. They're living in my Pixie yarn Christmas bauble bag. So this is from Botanical Yarns. It's some leftovers from my shawlography. So that's that one. And the next one is my main advent project, which I've only just started because I wanted to get those other things finished. I'm second guessing that my gauge is a bit off on this. So this is the Festive Cheer Cowl. So far I've got this. It's looking a bit holy. I mean, it does double over. You fold it up so it's two layers, so to speak. So it'll probably be okay. I'll see once I knit a bit more. I don't know, I'm second guessing whether I might go down a needle size. So my colours so far are, this is the first one, which is Kansas. It's a Wizard of Oz advent. So that's Kansas. This is the Tornado. Number 3 is Miss Gulch. Number 4 is Toto. Number 5, sorry for the whistle, is Dorothy. And number 6 is today's, which is Scarecrow. So there we go. So that's all my knitting this week, but 2 finished objects is pretty good. So yeah, I might have to cast on some little mitts. I'm just going to hang this up so it can dry a bit more. I think it's still a little bit damp. But that's it. Yeah, I've not got anything else to say, otherwise I'll start rambling. And if you've been watching the vlogs, you'll be knowing what I've been doing. So yeah, we've had some Christmassy times. We've been to see Santa yesterday. Minnie's Christmas play was this morning. I have my Auntie Tina's pre-Christmas Christmas dinner on Friday. And then we're putting the tree up at the weekend, helping my dad put his tree up at the weekend. And then next week I'm going to make some mince pies. So I'm getting in the festive spirit. I shall hopefully get one more episode in before Christmas. And then it'll be the new year, won't it? And it'll be knitting plans for the next year. So wait and see. Okay, I'm going to go before I start rambling on about nothing. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you again in another couple of weeks, or on the vlogs if you're watching the Vlogmases. But if not, I'll see you in 2 weeks, and have some happy knitting. I hope you're getting all your gift knits sorted if you're doing any. Comment down below if you've had any finished objects ready for Christmas. Let me know what you're working on. Let me know what you're working on for what you're making with your advents, if you're making anything. Okay, well, thanks for joining me again. Please like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you soon. Bye.